Your Little Heart Desires today. Good morning, Pittsburgh Property Diva.
Good morning. I'm so glad to be here, and that last hour couldn't be more appropriate for this terrible weather we've been having this week with all this rain. I can't tell you how many calls I had on leaky roofs and water in the basement. It's just a disaster for homeowners. But one of the most important things and really one of the most stressful parts of the real estate transaction is the home inspection. Whether you're the buyer or the seller, I think both parties are nervous and excited all at the same time. But I have some tips here for whether you're a buyer or a seller, mostly the sellers, getting your house ready for that home inspection. And everybody's going to have a home inspection. Let me take that back. Most people are going to have a home inspection. I have some people who waive home inspections, and those are mostly my investors. But most of your home buyers want an inspection and hire an expert to come in and do a full home inspection, a pest inspection, and the inspector will look for termites and carpenter ants and carpenter bees and those kinds of pesky little things, mice, and if you have mice, you might want to sort that out too. But the first thing, I want to just give you, the sellers out there, a list of what these inspectors are looking for when they go to your house to do the home inspection. And they are pretty comprehensive. Most home inspectors do a really thorough job. But they are looking at the grounds around the house. They look for any standing water, faulty grading, sick or dying trees and shrubs, and crumbling pathways and retaining walls. And then inside the structure, they look at the foundation integrity and the rotting out of windows and door frames. Obviously, the roof is very important to your house. So some inspectors use a drone to take a really good look at the roof. Others, they'll take a ladder out of the car and get up on the roof. But they are looking for defects in the shingles, the flashing and fascia, loose and hanging gutters, defects in the chimney, and skylights. So I guess the most important thing too, just to segue back to getting your house ready to put on the market, these are the kinds of things that you want to look for and take care of in advance before you have the home inspection. And a lot of times people don't know even where to start. So moving on to the home inspector, he's looking for cracks, dents, bowing in the vinyl, blistering or flaking paint, which is an FHA and VA violation. So I always tell my clients to take a really good look inside the house and the exterior, around the garage door, around any doors and windows. Look for flaking and chipped paint, because that will get flagged if you have an FHA or VA buyer. No chipping paint, interior or exterior. So you take a little wire brush and you suck those paint chips up with a shop vac and put a fresh coat of paint on. It will make your house look nicer anyways. So in this weather though, I don't think anybody's gonna be looking outside for chip paint. Interior rooms, they are looking at the ceilings for water stains, adequate insulation, and sufficient heating vents. In the kitchen, some inspectors will check out the appliances like the dishwasher and run the dishwasher during the home inspection. Others don't do appliances, but they are looking for proper venting, no leaks under the sink, cabinet doors and drawers operate properly. Heading to the bathroom, they want to make sure the toilets flush properly, the shower sprays, no leaks, tubs and toilets are securely fastened. I get reports all the time with people where their toilet's loose. It's an easy fix. As far as the plumbing goes, they want the drain to flow properly and the water has a proper temperature and pressure, and electrical, which is something that's important to everybody, not just for safety reasons, but for insurance, and you want to make sure you have proper electrical panels working light switches and outlets, and some people have the 2-pronged outlets and they want to change to a 3-prong outlet, but it's all in, a lot of this stuff is safety related and the integrity of the house overall. And this poor guy last week, he's probably been running around sucking people's basements out all week because it's been such a nightmare with his water.
That guy, by the way, happens to be a Monroeville native, knows your family, and he is John Samick of Service Master Grade Pittsburgh.
Okay, well, I probably went to school with
Yeah.
his brother, Jerry Samick.
There you go.
I'll bet.
One and the same.
Yes.
Did he show up at your house even when you didn't call to clean up the basement? That
No,
was his brother.
no, thank God I didn't have any problems like that this week.
All right, listen, we're going to take a break. You know, now I know what it must feel like being on the set with Steven Spielberg. Your husband never...
I know, this setup is elaborate.
This is like
Really
Facebook
is.
Live. I mean, I this is like my retirement fund. The whole 401k he's invested in this.
Right here.
It's incredible.
Pretty much.
All right, Pittsburgh Beautiful is where you can find out more on Facebook Live, of course. He said pretty much.
Yeah.
The FedEx guy just shows up whether you call him or not, right?
Right.
And UPS and Amazon all at the same time. But anyway, you can find out more about what they do at PittsburghPropertyDiva.com. Look, anything about home inspections, it really now be a great time to call. It is 866-3920. Son was actually at one of your open houses last week. I mean, Dr. Wong, people are really starting to get on the bandwagon that is the Pittsburgh Property Diva. But the brand is Coldwell Banker out of Murraysville. We will be right back on KDKA Radio. Good morning.
We're live, we're local, we're the...
You could not be any nicer. I don't know what he looks like in person. I haven't met him, but we talk on the phone.
Nice guy.
Oh my goodness, he's so nice.
He really is a good guy.
Yeah. Brock's coming in for a cannoli.
Yeah, please, ma'am. Take those cannolis.
I take those cannolis away.
Yeah, I still got business out.
Have you written a book and want to get it published?
Come on, Andy will have
Get your
one.
book into bookstores and for sale
kind of
online at
fingered this
Amazon,
one.
Apple iTunes, and other
Wrong,
outlets.
really?
All aspects of the publishing
I didn't
process
mean
for
it
you.
that way, you
Printing,
pervert.
cover art, publicity, copyright, and editing.
I can't take that
Or
shit.
your free author submission kit.
Oh,
I can't take that
$800-$3689 for your free author submission kit. Again, 800-501-3689.
How are they?
Bob Massey Toyota's President's Day sales event is going on now at the North Huntington location. Bob Massey, family-owned and
Brock's gonna have his own cannoli eating show. How not to eat a
They're good
cannoli.
people, man.
Yeah. I'm not
Also shop the complete inventory of certified Toyotas. Now's the time to take advantage of the savings. Stop today or visit BobMassey.com. Be treated the way you Bob Massey Toyota.
Is age-related macular degeneration and low vision awareness month. Hi, it's Kelly.
Everything's working
Age-related
perfect.
macular
Oh, good.
degeneration is one of the
Next,
leading causes of vision loss
for the
I'd
next,
have probably spent a little bit more
You should
time on my
tag me.
hair if I
You
knew
should-
we were
Chris,
gonna have all
you
these
should
people.
tag me in this so it goes on my Facebook page when you do this.
I will from now on.
Yeah, that way they can at least.
I'll do it after the fact.
I feel
If
like
I
this
do
is.
it after the fact, it'll show up anyway.
I feel like this is really close.
It's not, you're fine.
Okay.
Just make sure, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we've been down this road.
Yeah.
But for the next break, say hi to everybody first of all.
Good morning, everybody. Hi, Peggy, if you're watching
Or listening.
or listening.
For the next break, if you remember, when we go to break, tell everybody to enjoy the drone video of Hasley.
I need to talk about my new listing.
Yeah. You mean the Mevo?
Yeah.
Well, the 360 I only used for the first show we ever did. The Mevo is out there just in case I need it. This is a new setup. I'll tell you about it. It works. It works good.
Me either, bro.
Hey, listen, he's
I
making.
like the little Mevo. I loved it.
Oh, it was great,
Because
but
I thought about it. Maybe I should buy one of those.
yeah,
Trying
well,
to keep up. There's no way. But
here,
I'm sorry, you're not.
he's over there talking about, like with me, the UPS box showing up. Every other day a huge box shows up and it's a couch or something. Or an ottoman.
so what? That's for her. You're not allowed to have nice things.
She's not even listening. you hear what I
It's
did?
back in the corner, baby. No, we put baby in the corner.
Nobody
my
puts
gosh.
baby in the corner.
Pittsburgh. KDKA.
All right, Coldwell Banker, she is the Pittsburgh property diva. One thing about the spring market, the weather, even though it's raining, that has to help a little bit.
Well, I think
Better in cold.
I think people are out in full force right now, and we had a really, really busy week. I just put a new listing up at Somerset at Frick in Squirrel Hill, and it's been an absolute zoo over there. And if anybody wants to see, there's drone footage on my Facebook page and my website that you can see like an overview of the community and the house. So it's been really, really crazy. I sold, I think, 3 of my listings this week, and lots of buyers out. People are excited. I know the interest rates are up a little bit, but they're still okay. So, you know, get out there and buy a new house.
And by the way, if you're looking at the Facebook video that I just put up via her husband Chris, you can see he has a nice manicure because his fingers like in the video the entire time. So very beautifully manicured fingers, I might add. The guy Cecil B. DeMille, my video, he puts his finger in the thing.
He puts his finger.
That's okay. We love.
Kidding me.
That's okay. We love you. We love you. Hey, a little canola on it too from Moya. It's all
Right.
good. I
Such
can't
a
get a break. I
perfectionist.
can't get a break. All right, listen. I want to talk about this home inspection, and we're going to move on to the next topic.
Okay.
How do you know you're getting someone, because let's face it, home inspectors went through a process for years. They could just show up, okay? Now they've got to get licensed.
That's right.
And you got to go through this whole thing. So I've been in this business long enough to know, in broadcasting and dealing with real estate, there are ways to find out who's the best of the best. You got Angie's List, Better Business Bureau. What's the best way to know you're getting a good home inspection?
Well, I think a good recommendation from your friend, from somebody who's had a home inspection before, from your real estate agent, and ASHI.org is where you can go for a full list of licensed professional home inspectors.
Right.
So you want to make sure that you get somebody who knows what they're doing and they have some experience, and they do go through a pretty rigorous internship where they do a lot of on-the-job training. So I think it's very important to do your research and talk to people about the experiences they've had with home inspectors. And you know, I tell my sellers too that you could have 10 different home inspectors in the house and get 10 completely different reports. It's very subjective, even though they have a punch list of things that they go through to check out and write their comprehensive report. They could all be different, just like an appraiser. And we'll talk about appraisal next week, but that's heavy duty too. But
why do you think there's been so much movement already? We were talking about you actually sold a home bought a home for a mutual friend of ours, his family member. Why do you think that's happening early this year?
it's like this every year.
Really?
At this time of year, in February, March, April, May, those are the months where people just come out of the woodwork. They're ready for something different. I have a lot of relocation people coming to the city for all the great things the city has to offer. And it's just this time of the year where people get itchy or excited or both, and they want something new.
Now, I won't mention her name because she works for the competitor, but she is a friend of yours, and she happens to be from my neck of the woods. I just want to say, you know who you are. Congratulations, because I think she has every property in Beaver County listed. So I'm driving the other day, and I'm going, that a girl, that a girl, that a girl.
That's awesome.
So I was happy to see that.
Yes.
But anyway, before you do talk about the next topic, let's talk about careers in real estate.
Okay.
I mean, I can see that she has got what it takes. I know you have what it takes. What about careers in real estate? Talk to me.
It's not easy. I get calls every week from people who want to get into the industry, and I say go for it. Go for it. It's a wonderful business to be in. You can meet some really wonderful people and earn a good living, but you have to give it 150%, 7 days a week. It is not part-time.
Yeah, and you have to have the ability. See, I'm real type A about getting back to people, or at least respond somehow if they're asking you to respond. For the longest time, I responded when I didn't need to respond. But in your business, it really never. have to get.
Doesn't. And it can be really overwhelming just depending on the volume of business that you do. But it's important to be very, very organized and share as much information as you can with people. No, they don't like to be in the dark. So the more prepared they are, the less anxious they are. And that's where I like to keep my clients kind of nice and even and happy. But they know that I am available to take care of them if there is a problem or if they have a question, whether they email me or text me or call me. It all just depends on the client. But you have to be very organized and you have to be very dedicated to building your business. And it's taken me a decade, you know, to build the business so that, and now it's my baby. It's very special, and I worked on it really hard. So it's not something that you can just kind of fall into and, you know, have a wonderful ride. It's hard work.
Does it take a while to build up what you need to do to have a sustainable, livable career?
It does. I tell new agents all the time, my first year I made $1,800. You know, it was not easy, but you have.
What'd you do? Sell a welcome mat?
Oh my gosh! Well, the first house I sold was probably the most complicated transaction of my career, and it was.
Really?
Yeah, it was. And sometimes the hard ones are the ones you learn the most from. But it was a foreclosure. There was a 203K loan. It was, you know, and that's a rehab loan for people that don't know what a 203K loan is, but it's a rehab loan, and there's all these moving parts, and wow, my head was like ready to pop off. But you know, you get through it, and then the next year, that was my first 6 months. I started in June, and I didn't get paid until December. So it's not easy. But is it worth it? Absolutely.
When did you know that you through? Was there a particular?
I think that second year was the year that it really started to feel like I got some traction.
How does somebody network in your business? What do you do besides go to Eat, Drink Pittsburgh, which was a fabulous night?
It really was. It was so packed and so much fun. There were so many people there. All kinds of good food, and I love candy, and there was candy and cake and pie and everything that I had this bag. I had it stuffed with cake and candy, and Rick DiCarlo hooked me up with the ladies at Betsy Ann Chocolate.
Hey.
I got a whole bag of chocolate. So how do you network? Well, you network where you live and where you know people.
Rick DiCarlo, by the way, is the sales accountant.
Yes.
Your account. He speaks to me every week. Not how are you? Hey, how's Lauren? She's fine, Rick.
He's wonderful. He's very, very good to me. But you do business where you know people, and that's where you really have to start. In this industry, they call it, well, I'm sure they call it in other industries too, your sphere of influence. And those are the people that you want to reach out to and network with.
Can you go home again and actually sell real estate where you're from? And I mean, you're doing it, but I mean, can you do that, or does that make it tough in the beginning, do you think?
No, I think that's the place where you want to start.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what you know. That's what you know the best. But I try and prepare people for how much work it really is. It looks kind of easy, and, you know.
But if you're doing it where you live, you better be good at it.
You better be good at it, because
Reputation.
people talk about you.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
When you're here in church.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, listen, we're going to take a break. What are we going to talk about when we come back?
I'm going to give you some tips for preparing for the home inspection, not just what that inspector is going to look for, but how you can prepare for it. And then we're going to touch a little bit on a home warranty, and people have really mixed views about the home warranty. So we'll talk about those.
What's the best way for people to get a hold of you?
412-628-8286. That's my cell phone number. Call, text, and email. You can email me. Go to my website, pittsburghpropertydiva.com.
All right, again, 412-628-8286, pittsburghpropertydiva.com. Now, here's what's happening for the rest of today. Next hour, the guaranteed 20-pound weight loss, Nutrimost of Pittsburgh. Dr. Ray Wisniewski will be here. Find out more about him at Nutrimost.com. 10 o'clock hour, the from True Value, Andy Amrine, Mike Broniszewski. 11 o'clock hour, we continue to celebrate 25 years of talking travel, of course, on 1020, KDKA AAA Central Talking Travel, and then Nan Cohen talking pets, Petland, Pittsburgh Mills in the noon hour. If you have a question, we already have a call waiting in the wings from Cass from Pittsburgh. We'd love to hear from you too. 866 911020, especially when it comes to home inspections. Stay with us. Much more. The Pittsburgh Property Diva, Lauren Klein, Chris Klein, coming up right after this on KDKA Radio.
Social media serves.
Is it cash? That's it.
Yeah, that's cash. Where's your favorite place to sell? That's my 11-year-old.
Oh.
Everybody's going to watch a drone video now. Tell them what they're going to watch on it.
Oh, you're going to watch the video of 1008 Hasley Lane in Squirrel, Somerset at Frick.
Is that you running the drone?
Yes.
And I have open house tomorrow, 1 to 3. It might be sold by then. I'm hoping.
Okay. Well, here comes. Enjoy.
Somebody, people don't have to bother coming. So you don't know how many people don't show up.
In the corner, you have a little logo, Coons Mark.
This burial,
Back in the day.
this burial is brought to you by Rome.
I have the record all time here at KDKA.
Hey,
That's crazy.
I say this: when his headstone is Rob Pratt's death grave brought to you by.
Police station pizza in Ambridge, remember? Oh, it was terrible. I promoted everybody.
That's hilarious.
Those were good days, though.
Yeah.
Forever.
Hope everybody enjoyed that drone video.
That was beautiful. That was well done.
Oh, that, you know what? That the whole community there is really
Can I tell you
nice.
something?
Oh, they do.
I know.
They do.
There are people that are so
I don't know.
Back to the Reggie Scudger programming.
Yeah.
No more drones.
No more drones.
You should check out those guys
talk
I used
of
to know,
Rob's
Rhino, their
demise.
page. They do great stuff too. You'd really find them fascinating.
Who, Rob?
Rhino Productions. I worked with them for 20 years until I finally wasn't anybody anymore, and they went, "We'll see you." But I made millions. We all did very well. But they do great drone work. They do high-end stuff, man.
We gotta talk to Cash.
Yep. He might be watching.
Speaking of cash, isn't that ironic? That's
Cash.
weird. Nah, forget it. I'm not saying anything.
I can see. I'm not sitting here anymore, Brock.
Oh, he's off Monday night. Thank goodness. I tell you what, man, he can make a freaking grasshopper.
Protect second base.
I was doing adjustments and I forgot I have all the cameras going at once.
Yeah, that's okay. We got you on the wide cam. They can't see you
Okay,
completely.
good.
Now, do you think you're getting actual business from the show?
Yeah, I was telling Rick the other night. I actually have two listing appointments this week. From
There must be something trusting about you because that never happened.
And Hasley,
and
the one that the drone you just saw in Somerset. She got that from
That's
Michelle.
that's very well done.
Yeah.
man.
Thank you.
Just keep it away from my house.
Yeah.
That's fine. No, I'm hanging it over your grate, like you said.
Well, I would love that in my coffee.
Yeah.
We could do live
Yeah.
stream.
Oh yeah. I could.
Here comes this.
Djukovic.
Yeah.
Today's view of Rob's headstone is brought to you by Djukovic.
Like it. Whoops, he missed it again.
Oh, crap. I'm on this.
What are you on?
I'm on this. Oh, I got it.
Make sure it's working.
Yeah, it works. Somebody in the big head.
This is the guy you got to get to know. This guy is a good guy.
Yeah.
Good Joe. Good guy. They'll be here long after I am.
So get in on the
Good
fabulous
people.
February savings at Coons Market. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
This is Steve and Barry Ehrenrich from.
It's a home show,
We
right?
have a tradition of
Yeah.
making customers' dreams come true.
Yeah.
Over the
That's not
years,
that.
three
That's a big
generations
deal.
of our family
Yes.
have worked with countless customers. We've listened to their ideas and then developed designs for their kitchens and baths. And
I think
speaking
Andy
of
was telling us
traditions,
about the one he's
we've
doing.
also had the unique
He's doing one
Hills.
today.
creating
He's doing
generations
one today in
of
Washington
satisfied
County.
customers. The petite
Andy's
way.
everywhere.
Yeah.
They've seen that upgrading a kitchen or
He
bath
talked to one of my
adds value
clients
to a
this
home
week.
and makes
He's-
it more
I
desirable.
had him call.
And we can do the
Andy's-
same for
he's
your
something
home
else,
with the
man.
best designers and installers in the business.
I don't really see
Come
Andy that
visit
much
our
anymore.
newly
I
remodeled
actually brought
showroom.
Andy
The
here.
response has been overwhelming. Petite
How
Kitchen
long
and
has he been
Bath
coming
is on
here?
Route 50.
I started off
20-some
with
years.
I started off with
Or call
84 lumber,
412-279-2222.
and then when they left, I
That's
got Andy in here.
412-279-2222.
I want to say 20.
Haven't you waited long enough? EA 625.
It actually started off with from Irwin.
Now, here's the up-to-the-minute AccuWeather forecast brought to
It
you
was a
by
family lumber company. And then it was 84 lumber, then I got Andy.
and diabetes solution. A flood watch is up through tomorrow evening. We'll see periods of rain today, and it will be cooler.
We
A
won't
high
see
of
the sun
54.
until
Rain
Monday.
Tonight, heavy at
That's
times.
okay.
Watch for flooding. Will rise
I don't
to near
mind
60.
rain weather.
Rain and thunder at
Keep
Not this
mostly
day.
cloudy. High 60.
You like
The
sunshine.
temperatures
Why don't you
falling.
got a light?
Sunshine
I
I used to like sun too.
I know now it's like
I used to like nice clothes and everything.
I-
Guy came up to me at this big banquet the other night and says, "Hey, where's Rob Pratt? I haven't seen him in years." I go, "It's me." He goes, "What happened to you?"
Pittsburgh works on the voice of Pittsburgh.
Here we go.
KDKA.
All right, before we get to home warranty and home inspection, more on that in a moment. Let's talk to Cass from Pittsburgh Property Diva, Lauren Klein on KDKA. How are you? Good morning.
Good morning, Cash.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I have a question.
I'm ready.
Okay. If or when someone buys a house,
Uh-huh.
where would you like to buy? Where would you like to buy? Where would you like your client to buy the house?
Oh, well, you know what? It's all about the client, Cash. And wherever the client wants to go, that's where I go.
He's got the right name, though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Cash. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was Cash. Cash. Okay.
Thanks for calling, babe.
Thanks, buddy, very much for the call. 866-391-1020. 866-39. We got to tell everybody who that was.
That was my stepson,
Yeah,
Cash.
I mean, the fix is in. 866-391-1020. Dollar Bank Instant Access, KDKRadio.com. Okay, let's finish up on home inspection.
Yeah,
Preparing for home inspection.
I want to make sure the sellers out there who are coming up on their home inspections or putting their house on the market, be prepared for the home inspection and clean and declutter, just like you were getting ready for a showing. They will look beyond the superficial sparkle of a clean home, but you want to make sure they have easy access to attics, basements, electrical panels, and all of your mechanicals. So the furnace, big things like that. If you have paperwork about when you installed a wall anchor system or a new roof or new gutters, big things to the house, get a folder together so that the home inspector can take a look at those while they're there, just to verify any information. And make sure you unlock gates and doors to a shed or a garage that doesn't have lockbox access. So I always, I actually send this list to my clients in advance of their home inspection so they are ready. And a couple other tips for the sellers. Do yourself a favor and leave during the home inspection. This article is really cute. Unless you're a glutton for punishment, give the inspector your cell phone number. go to the movies, go out to lunch, and wait for that home inspection report to come back, so that you are not completely stressed out. And it's a good opportunity for the buyer to sit and meet with their home inspector that they're paying for.
What are some of the items on that list that you could say, don't panic?
I tell people don't panic all the time, because everything.
Yeah, but if you got a cracked foundation.
Well, if you have a cracked foundation, there's a solution to every problem. And I want to cross the bridge when we come to it, and we never know what's going to be on that home.
Don't take the bridge, cross the bridge.
Cross the bridge, yes. Never know what's going to come back on that home inspection report and what's going to be important to the buyer. So if you panic about everything, nothing's going to get solved. But that's all part of the negotiation process. Once the report comes in and the buyer submits a list for items that they want repaired by the seller prior to closing, or maybe it's a credit or it's a combination of two. But keep in mind that it's the inspector's job to point out every deficiency, and then it's up to the buyer and the agent to decide what really is important here to the function, the safety, and the structural integrity of the house. Miscellaneous things, not so important, but your inspector's going to point them out anyways.
Okay, one other thing before we get to home warranty, I was just thinking about this, because you just said what's important, what's important. Say if you have a living relative, a mother, a father, okay, and now they're widowed by themselves, either finally passed, one goes into assisted living, and you live in California, and you're an only child. I mean, this stuff happens.
It happens all the time.
And you got all of this stuff there. You just can't break away for a 2-week period at that point in time, but something has to get done. Something has to get done. Someone say, if they're listening online, find out about you, call, look, I need you to get this, and this. Put it on my tab, whatever you need to do.
Yes.
Can you do all that?
Time. I do it all the time. I have
heirlooms, all that stuff. I mean,
yeah, I have clients who do live out of town, and they can't be here. So I have to manage all the municipal requirements, any repairs that need to be made. A lot of times I want the homeowners to handle the estate sale and things like that, because that's a lot of personal property. But when it comes down to getting the house ready and marketable, and then through inspections, if there are issues that need to be corrected and we've all decided, yes, this is a problem, we need to fix it, then I can make arrangements for all of those things with trusted contractors. So yes, I do that all the time.
All right, 866-391-1020 or Dollar Bank Instant Access, KDKRadio.com. You can reach 412-628-8286. Home warranty.
Well, some people have mixed opinions about the home warranty. I do have a success story to share with people. Now, this is always optional when you list your house. You can add a home warranty on. It's good for marketing purposes, and any agent will tell you that. There are different home warranty companies that offer different packages and different coverage, but I include the seller coverage for the sellers of the property for the first 6 months of the listing, and hopefully it doesn't take 6 months to sell that house. But if an issue comes up on the home inspection on the seller side, sometimes it's covered under the home warranty. And I actually had a home that needed 2 new furnaces. Both furnaces in this house had cracked heat exchangers. I called in a home warranty claim, and they sent out a technician. There was a $75 deductible for the technician to go out and make sure that the furnaces did have cracked heat exchanges. And, both of those furnaces were covered. My clients paid $600 for 2 new furnaces.
And that's because you've been around the block a few times.
Well, yes, and if somebody has an older furnace, if it's older than 10 years or 12 years old, I would say get the home warranty, get the coverage while the house is on the market, and it covers the hot water tank, the furnace, air conditioners, and then miscellaneous things like garbage disposal, some plumbing issues. It's not going to put a new roof on your house if there's a leak, but they will fix leaks. So, some people say, I hate the home warranty, I don't like it, it doesn't work. And other times
what do you think about it?
I like it. I think it's a good idea, especially if the mechanicals are older, and you know, it's just strange the way some of the warranties work. There are a lot of exclusions, and I think that's what makes people mad.
Even though there's a lot of regulations that are continuing to grow via real estate and the state that you practice in, I think, just from what we've talked today and what we've talked about in the past, warranty inspection really is to protect the consumer.
It is, whether you're the buyer or the
Biggest
seller.
investment you're ever going to make.
It's your biggest investment. So you want to have all those bases covered, and that's the most important thing, is to just be prepared.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Final segment. What are we going to do when we come back?
I'm going to tell you about my new favorite lipstick. So all the men out there can go get their coffee. That'll only take a second. Beautiful's going to come in and tell us some new things.
You know, that was what he's been waiting for.
I know he's waiting.
He's been gone for the entire show, but he's just come back. He said, did she talk about lipstick yet? I said, she's going
No,
to.
I didn't talk about my lipstick yet, but I'm going to. And Pittsburgh Beautiful has some things to share with us. And
why do some people, women in particular, you know, I grew up with 5 sisters. Every right decision I made, I listened to a woman. Every bad, I didn't. Why do some women get lipstick on their front tooth all the time?
It's not good lipstick, I guess.
Is that what it is? And why do they use Kleenex to kind of, but usually after they put it on? You've seen that.
Yeah, you kind of like, if you put it on, then you mat it down, you know, blot it a little bit. It stays on a little bit longer.
Do you realize what's in it? That person, what I just said, I'm going to get a call today.
I do tell people when they have lipstick on their teeth.
Just on the one, I mean, I kind of liked it in a way, but it was like that one tooth.
No, it's distracting.
Yeah. It's like that one tooth. She was in the dark, though.
God.
That little red tooth. All right. Well, here she comes. Anyway, we'll take a break. Oh, my. Well, I'm in trouble now. Good person, though. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Stay with us. This is the Pittsburgh Property Diva News Radio 1020 KDKA.
68% of Pittsburghers optimistic about the future.
No, I did that to get through one semester. It's another story. Who cares? I'm so fat now. I'll tell you what, man, it's like I have a hard time even tying my shoes. It's over. It's over. It's done.
You need to get one of those grabby things.
No, you know what, man? I just need to close
You need
my eyes.
slip-ons.
Huh?
You need slip-on shoes.
Hey,
Velcro.
Rhoda asked on Facebook a question. Before you buy a house, how do you find out if the basement is a problem when it rains?
Your home inspector has infrared technology. Most of them do. And they have these
So smart.
moisture meters.
Right.
They can put right up against the concrete block to tell you if there's any moisture in that block, if there's moisture coming in from the outside. So, yes, a home inspector can tell. And they also look for like previous damage, water stains, and things like that.
Okay. I kind of like that smell. Reminds me of the pool in high school.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's weird. I like that smell too.
Remember
I
those
don't.
days, Chris?
Yeah.
Because we got a pool when I was a junior, and that just was never heard of.
I
in
don't
high
like
school.
that smell.
Yeah.
And I hated swimming
Remember?
class in
It was
school.
weird, but it smelled like the chlorine.
Yeah.
And it was like
It was comforting.
yeah, it's weird.
It was all hot.
Yeah. See, you
We're
didn't
not-
like
we,
that.
are we on now? Are we on now? No.
Yes, we are.
Okay,
Just
that's
lie.
fine. And I'm not.
I don't want to hear any locker room.
No,
talk.
I was going to say no. It was going to remind me of somebody that I knew, but I'm not going to mention her name because she'll probably show up today too. It was all fun and games, all normal Andy Mayberry type of stuff. Believe
Yeah.
me, we were pretty naive as kids.
Did you have the red bathing suits? Remember when we in high school when we would have swimming class, we couldn't bring our own bathing suit. We had to wear the school's bathing suits.
Oh no.
And they were
That
little-
is gross.
You were like, ain't
Oh.
doing that.
yeah.
No bueno.
They were
on
bright
that.
red. They were
Uh-uh.
bright red, and the boys were bright red, and they weren't Speedos, but they were like really tight red with these little white ties, and then the girls had the full bathing suit, but it was just bright red. And the weirdest thing is it was pretty much see-through. Like I could never fit. We always made, you know, and the swim coach was the coaching or was the.
Can you hear that shovel? Can you hear the shovel digging?
No.
I'm right with you, Chris. I get it.
Yeah, it was just.
Well, you know, the local YMCA when we grew up, you want nothing. That was like the thing. I mean, the boys swam with their dads and. You know,
Nude?
Yeah, for years. That was the thing at the YMCA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, they had just at the Y started requiring people to wear
Here we
masks.
go. Oh boy, I tell you, you should tune into Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen.
Really?
I gotta tell you, if I didn't work here, I would tune into this show. That's how good it is. All right, listen, let's take this call from our retired judge. He's got a question
Oh,
for you.
Carl.
And then we're gonna wrap up with some things on the Pittsburgh Property Diva. By the way, you want to get that house listed, you want to get it sold, Coldwell Banker, Murraysville, 412-628-8286. Here's Carl, Troy Hill. Carl, how are you?
Hi, Carl.
Hi, Rob. Diva. As you know, I have just recently retired and looking around for something to do. And I'm just wondering what it takes to become a real estate agent. Do you have to go to a school or take some kind of test or training or what have you?
Yes, you have to take. I did my classes in person when I did them, but you can actually do classes online. And I think, Carl, I want to say it's like 120 hours, and then there's a test that you take in Edgewood, right by the Wendy's. But you sit for a test, and you have to do your pre-licensing classes.
Okay, well, I'm not saying that I'm going to do that, but I'm just kind of fishing around for something I'd like to do. I really don't even need the income, but it sounds like an interesting thing. And let me ask you this. How do people that come to you to sell their houses, how do they react to older folks? What's the age group that you would think would be good for a real estate agent?
I think any age. I work with young agents, middle-aged agents, and older agents, and they all bring something different to the table.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Carl, call me if you have any questions. You can be on my team.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, thank you. Let's wrap up the show. Go ahead there, Pittsburgh Property Diva.
Actually, I'm going to bring Pittsburgh Beautiful in to tell us a little bit about what's going on in Pittsburgh Beautiful. But first, before I do that, I want to tell everybody about the new, it's not new, but I started using it about, 6 or 8 months ago. And it's lipstick that stays on all day. See this lipstick?
Yes.
It'll be on tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it'll be on tonight. It's called Lip Sense, and Erin Moyo, if you go onto her Facebook page and you want to order Lip Sense, it comes in a bazillion colors. You put 3 layers on of this lipstick and you let it dry, and then you put either a gloss or a matte finish on it. It doesn't come off on anything, not on cups. Or you go like this, nothing comes off. It'll stay on all day, and it keeps your lips real nice.
Yeah, I'm good for
So
that.
tons of colors, and you can mix the colors, and it stays on really nice all day, and it doesn't get on your teeth.
Where's it available at?
You can buy it online. It's called Lip Sense, and on Erin Moyo, Moio, her Get Lippy page, you can order it from her, and she'll either deliver it to you or mail it to you, and it's really nice, lasts forever.
All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, the star of Pittsburgh Beautiful, seen by 500,000 people a week. Here he is from a Facebook post near you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chris Klein. Good morning, Chris.
Morning.
Good morning, honey.
Tell us what's happening on Pittsburgh Beautiful.
Well, first I want to thank KDKA and Intercom for having us to Eat, Drink Pittsburgh.
It was
that
such a nice
fabulous
event. It really was.
Excuse me. And we spent the night there, and Rick, he's getting a lot of airtime today.
He's an excellent host.
He is wonderful.
Too, by
Rick
the way.
DiCarlo took us around, and You can watch the video on Pittsburgh Beautiful. Great food, great atmosphere down at the Rivers Casino. Would love to keep doing that every year. So thank you very much. That was exciting, and hopefully Pittsburgh continues to come to events like that. But we're really excited. We're going to be having some Matterport videos on Pittsburgh Beautiful of some local landmarks coming up. For those who don't know what a Matterport is, it's basically a 3D scan and a virtual walkthrough. So that's.
I love it when you do this for my properties. People really do like them.
Yeah, and I like doing them. They take hours to do, but
they turn out really, really nice, though.
Yeah, it is. And you know, we're over 175,000 followers now, and the pictures keep coming. And the Valentine's Day love stories we did were fantastic. So if you go to pittsburghbeautiful.com, look up the love stories. We put up the ones we thought were the best, but we got a lot of good ones. So that was great. So we're really excited about this year.
Nice.
And what's coming.
Remember, in the real estate business, love means never having to say community property. Just never forget that. You know, he really is good at what he does. I mean, I've been around a lot of people in the video biz for decades, and I've done a lot of talent. But for what he has done with his new media, it's pretty incredible.
So much passion behind it, and it's a feel-good site with all the bad stuff that goes on all the time. This is a feel-good place to go if you're on Facebook, if you're online, and he's so supportive of my business, and all of my clients benefit from his expertise. So I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Go fly your drone. We got to feed the kids, right?
That's right.
You know
That's
what
right.
I'm doing with that drone later on in life.
I do know what you're doing.
I have an open house tomorrow at 1008 Hasley Lane in Somerset at Frick, which is a fabulous community with a pool and a community center and a clubhouse. So if you're around Squirrel Hill and you want to stop by and see me, I'll be there from 1 to 3, and I have 3 new listings coming up next week. So stay tuned for all of that. Good stuff.
You know what?
What?
You do love what you do.
I do. I love it. I love my clients. I love this industry, and I think it was what I was meant to do.
Oh no, you definitely were meant to
Yeah.
do this. You ever had one of those days you wish you could just wind off? It's
I
like
do.
racing today.
It races so much, but it's all good, and I'm very, very blessed.
Yeah, but you work hard at it. You work hard at it. And you know, the great thing about the drone being brought into your business, you know, to see if the chimney's pointed correctly or if the the roof is in good shape. I mean, it really does give the consumer a chance to see things that a lot of times
that they wouldn't otherwise see.
No, and it can make or break a sale.
Yep.
So you really
Good stuff.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the gutters are overfilled. I mean, there's a stranger
You don't
on
need
your
to
roof.
get up on a ladder. You just drone up, take a good look.
Listen, you don't want me on a ladder. Listen, we're going to wrap this thing up, but before we do, I'll have a half of one for you days over. All right, folks, stay with us because we are far from done. Coming up after we check the latest from CBS Radio News, we'll be talking to Dr. Ray Wisniewski, guys from True Value still to come, AAA, East Central talking travel, and Nan Cohen talking pets. Can't even say it. Petland, Pittsburgh Mills. Back with more in a moment.